Jim Hutchens for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. Israel is still greatly involved and mourning greatly for the 3 kidnapped and murdered teenagers that took place in Israel recently, and also for the Palestinian teenager that's been killed and partially incinerated. Both Arabs and Jews are up in arms. There's riots in Jerusalem, especially East Jerusalem. There's evidently 6 suspects, Israeli suspects, that have been brought in regarding the death of the Palestinian teenager. I think they have brought in 1 suspect with regard to the kidnapped murderers of the Israeli teenagers. There's a lot we don't know about it. But I was impressed with the observations of one of the very astute and insightful journalists from Israel. I'll not mention their name. Let me read what they say. A 17-year-old Arab boy was discovered in the Jerusalem forest. Muhammad Abu Qadir from the East Jerusalem village of Shuafat was found murdered and partially incinerated. Sadly, the media is reporting that the murder is an assumed nationalistic motivated murder on the part of the Jews, the Israelis. One would expect such statements from the Arab media, but hopefully not from the Jewish media outlets. The editor of Al Risala newspaper, an Arab publication which is in affiliation with Hamas, really crossed the line when he published an article calling forth the ancient anti-Semitic blood libel against the Jews. He claimed that the Jewish settlers had tortured young Muhammad and used his body in the same way as Jews have done to non-Jews for centuries. This is a lie from the pit of hell, I must say. Wissam Afifa wrote that Jews murdered to acquire Gentile blood for their sacred rituals and for making their holy matzahs for Passover. Surely there's nothing new under the sun. What makes this huge satanic lie so much more outrageous is the fact that the Torah categorically forbids Jews to eat or drink any form of blood. In reality, this Arab's death has all the fingerprints of being a Muslim family-perpetrated honor killing. Now, this is a new dimension, this whole discussion. The Israeli police have known the Arab family of this young man for a long time and noted as is being problematic. Domestic violence is a part of their history. In many Islamic families, it is an accepted practice to eliminate a member who is embarrassing the family or who is out of step with the larger clan. Murder anyone who's out of step with the larger clan. The murder of a family member can be sanctioned from something as simple as someone interacting with a member of an opposing clan or having online chats with a non-Muslim. Talking about absence of freedom of religion. It can be a matter of family member having gender issues, for example, practicing homosexuality. One writer said many of the Arabs in the neighborhood who work outside Shuafat in East Jerusalem and the West Bank were aware that rumors said that Abu Qadir was killed for being a homosexual or as a part of a family feud. What we do know is that Jews do not burn bodies. Cremation after death is not an approved practice. Jews also know that the fires are not randomly ignited in the forest because we love our trees and the people who would be impacted by a forest fire. It doesn't add up that Jews would have killed this man, certainly not in this way. We simply do not know what happened at this point, so no one should be leaping to conclusions. We do know from recent history that the Muslims have been known to kill their children in order to bring down the international condemnation upon the Jews and to create an excuse for violence against them. We must pray that the truth comes out and that it comes out quickly. Amen. We do pray that the truth will come out with regard to the killing of the 3 Israeli teenagers, as well as the killing and incineration of the Palestinian. I would say this, that the jihadists, Hamas, and others have been known after a missile attack to hide in the homes where women and children are as a shield, to hide in schools where children are, hide in hospitals, hide in mosques, knowing that the Israelis would not attack. So that's the kind of enemy that the Israelis face as well. Having said that, I think the moral of the story is, let's not jump to conclusions. Let's wait and see where the facts, the evidence actually lead. Till next week, Od Ki Yavo Shiloh, or until Messiah comes, Yivarecha Yahweh v'yishmarecha. God bless you and keep you. Amen.